welcome back. Tonight was the big night down at the deck as the Duluth Harbor Monsters hosted ArenaMania, the first championship game in the league's history. And after rattling off 5 straight wins, the Monsters faced off against the Iowa Woo for the league's first ever title. And here's a look at that trophy on the line tonight. No clue yet on what it's called, but the Woo did not care. They strike immediately with the first points of the night after Duluth failed to convert on 4th down. Iowa takes a 6-0 lead. But it's arena football, so the Harbor Monsters' response comes right after. Deron Maxwell on the handoff slithers into the end zone. Duluth ties up ArenaMania at 6, and then comes the 2-point conversion. Quarterback Javante Johnson has all the time in the world. He can knit a sweater, he could boil some pasta before finally finding Kevin Felder for the conversion to take the lead. Next Iowa possession now, and the Harbor Monsters pass rush gets to the quarterback. He's hit as he's thrown, which means Javante Haynes can make the interception, and a pretty hefty return for him as well gets the Duluth offense in great field position. And they're set up in the red zone now for who else but Deron Maxwell again. He sneaks into the end zone for his second touchdown of the night. Harbor Monsters stretch out their lead, and that Minnesota sports curse I keep hearing about, well, it's no more. The Duluth Harbor Monsters win ArenaMania 46-44 and win the Arena League's first ever championship. What a season for them down at the deck. And as